Greetings. If it sounds like there's an earthquake going on outside, it's because there's damn near an earthquake going on outside. They're tearing down the lot next to me, so this might not be the best for that, but I think when we're going in through the 57 with the Mesa Boogie, not going to be so bad. I don't think so. Let me make sure I got everything up here and that we're already good to go. When you are in here, let me know that you are in here. Let me know that the audio is decent, and we will get started. Have my trusty little stand. We're doing good. All right, cool. Jim to Jim, how you doing? I was not expecting this to show up this early. First of all, I thought for sure, given my track record, this is going to show up around 6 o'clock, right after I picked up my kid from school. But no, a birthday surprise indeed. This pedal came early. Now, I opened it just to make sure that I was going to have the necessary power to be able to turn this thing on. Otherwise, I would have looked like a big idiot. And I do. Found interesting, this is serial number 2. So if you were to buy one of these things, this is what you get in the box. Okay? You get some party favors. Nothing else. I don't know why pedal companies use those things. They just get in the way. A nice little bag. And the pedal. Yep, serial number 2. Come on. No. It doesn't really matter. Would have been really cool if it was number 1, but we'll take number 2. So this guy has 2 channels on it. OD1 and OD2. Supposedly one is shaped or sounded to sculpt like a Klon. So everything on the top row controls number 1. Everything on the bottom row controls number 2. So we're going to put everything to Unity. We're going to plug this in. I really haven't tried it yet. So we'll see how it goes. You power on. You power on. That's a good start. Okay. And of course, we have to use the Strat to start. I need a cable. Let me catch up before we get started. Oh, this is live. I thought this was going to be a premiere. No, oh no, this is live, my friend. This is live. Thank you. I'm not Corey Wong. Corey doesn't return my phone calls. I think it's because I asked him such a stupid question when I had the chance. Very unfortunate. So, a true moment of truth here. I'm not sure how much of the camera or the condenser here is going to bleed through. So if this sounds alright, let me know. This will be our baseline clean. Is that alright? You guys gotta let me know real quick before we get started. Oh, that is a big old volume boost. Okay. Alright. Part of me is thinking I might mute this guy when I'm actually playing, because I see that clipping. But you guys let me know. Alright, we'll try one more here. Make sure. Oh, we're in the red for sure. Alright, so let's turn down the gain a little bit. Alright, let's see. Why wasn't I in the 4th position? Sounds pretty good on the neck pickup. Not bad. Alright, so let's set everything straight at neutral here. And yeah, the only thing I'm concerned about with this audio right now is the condenser microphone. I wish this was a little bit closer to me so that I could do it on and off. But I don't have control over OBS in here. I'm too far away. So why don't we just do this? I'm going to turn the mic off for just a second. We're going to run through some tones. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing with this pedal, the two channels do work really well independent of each other. Meaning, if I want to have just OD2 on, it can kind of do that last sound we just had, where it's straight up crunch. If you put them both on together, that's really gainy. That's really, really, really gainy. I like that. It's a lot more versatile than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to have quite as much of a range when it came to that aspect of the pedal. I was expecting more of a clean bass. I really liked it on the neck pickup on the first channel with the gain dialed back a little bit. It's a little trebly, but I can attribute a lot of that to the Stratocaster. The drums are in the same room. I believe the snare is off. I believe it is. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See, the thing about this pedal, and why it's a little it's tough because, all right, so I'm going to turn on a different pedal. Off. Now let's try and get the same kind of sound and see if it sounds better on the Optimist. Okay, so that's kind of the go-to sound that I like for an always-on drive. That's actually the Minatour, which is the Klon inside the HX Stomp. I think if I put the tone back up to neutral here, if I play them back to back, tell me if you can honestly hear a difference between the two of them. So, regular. Number one. Number two. I don't hear a whole lot in that. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, I don't hear a whole lot in that. So, why don't we do this? All right, let's go to said pedal. Let's put the gain up. So, try the same test again. So this is baseline. This fair, I'm going to turn the level up. All right, let's try it again. If you were still hanging around, I see some people dropping out. Is the audio kind of messing up here because of the condenser microphone? I think it might be. I think that might be part of my issue here. But this is all trial and error at this moment. My first takeaway is there's not a huge difference between the Klon from the HX Stomp and this guy for the kind of transparent overdrive that I normally use, which I find that very interesting. I don't hear much in that. Let me know in the comments if you guys can hear a lot in that. Big difference again. So let's go back to the bridge pickup. We'll play a similar kind of progression here. So baseline. Yeah, it's clipping on this guy. Shouldn't tap the mic like that. I need a remote so that I can turn off this mic without having to get up every time. Okay, so here's what we're going to do here. We're just going to do those same tests again with this mic turned off so there won't be any clipping. And let me know what you think, if you can hear a big difference between these two. Okay, so that was just the HX Stomp's Minatour and the Jackson Audio Optimist. I think the Optimist sounds better. I definitely think it sounds better. It has a little bit more, I don't know, kind of depth to it. It feels a little better, especially in the room. I'm not sure how well it's going to translate through the 57 into the interface. But it's not like night and day. You know what I mean? It's not like where I turn on one and I'm like, that sounds infinitely better than the other one. I guess that says a lot about how far along the Helix stuff has gotten. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. We haven't really dove. The sound is much better. Now it's much better. The increase in touch sensitivity on the guitar. All right, we'll play a little. We'll turn the gain back a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the gain. I'm gonna leave the gain where it is. We're gonna try and manipulate the volume knob and how hard I'm picking, with the gain being at the bass line of like this. So let me turn the mic off. We'll try that. Okay, if that's something that's important to you, being able to change how your pick attack is working and how well that this pedal will translate depending on your usage of the volume knob on top of that, pretty good. And the more I started to strum, you can hear there's a lot of gain. This is with the single channel, the first channel, up at 3 o'clock, which is 75% of the gain available to it. So the fact that it cleans up that well, even with the volume roll like off just a little bit, that's actually really good in that sense. So if that's something that matters to you, this pedal can do that. Okay. Let me see. Happy birthday. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So should we focus on channel 2, or do you want me to focus in on blending channel 1 with channel 2 from here on out? And should we switch guitars? What do you think? I felt like it was obligatory to start with the Strat because, I don't know, this is my first guitar. My first real guitar here. And Corey Wong. So, I will let you guys decide what we're going to do next here real quick. But while I do that, mute, unplug. You know, I actually should invest. I always laughed at a lot of these streamer things. When I was first starting YouTube, I saw all these other devices, just like control your OBS, control all this stuff from like a dock far away from you. I'm like, who the hell would ever need that stuff? Well, right now, that would be really, really useful. I could just mute this by clicking a button here instead of having to get up and do it every single time. So now, who's the idiot? Me. I'm the idiot. So I think I want to try something with humbuckers, but I also want to stay with the single coils while we're doing the second channel. I think that's actually the smarter thing to do, is to stay with single coils, go over the second channel a little bit more, and then we can switch guitars. Let me know what you guys think, okay? And then we'll go from there. But real quick, I am perched. So I have a drink right there. I'm going to grab it. I'll be right back. And it's empty. Okay. So, I just looked right at my laptop instead of you. That was wrong. I'm going to leave a poll real quick And you guys can pick which humbucker guitar that we're going to demo with this. I'm going to run to the bathroom and get myself a water. All right, so pull. Which guitar next? All right, pulls up. I'll be right back. All right. Okay. Let's see how this ball's doing. Nobody picks the 339. You guys don't like that guitar anymore? That's sad. All right, I'm going to let you guys, a few more of you guys vote on that. We're going to go to the second channel. We're going to start blending in. So I'm going to leave everything at noon on channel 1. And we're going to slowly add in more gain here on the boost slash OD2 on this guy. We still haven't done much in terms of tone shaping, but it sounds really good as is. This isn't something that really needs a lot of tweaking. Maybe it's because I'm using a Strat and, you know, Corey plays a Strat, but this is actually coming out pretty good out of the box with everything at neutral. So I'm going to turn off the mic again so there's no kind of bleeding or anything like that going through, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so as you can hear, that gets really beefy. That gets pretty beefy. I do like how you can independently have these two set up. But one thing I will say that I'm noticing here, if you want to blend, well, in my case, and for what I would want to use it for, if you wanted to use these two together in their best capacity and kind of have Overdrive 2 just be like the over the top when you're already living on the first drive channel, when you want to switch and just beef things up like for a chorus or for a solo like that, I think that you're going to have the settings a little bit differently than if you just wanted to independently use Overdrive 2 by itself. I'm going to show you what I mean here. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just not use Overdrive 1 at first. We're just going to go clean baseline of the amp and then Overdrive 2 just by itself because you can independently turn them on and off. Then I'm going to turn on Overdrive 1 and we'll compare from there. I actually think I prefer Overdrive 1 as the always on, and that's funny because the volume on Overdrive 1 is a hair lower than the volume on Overdrive 2, but when I play them independently of each other, I feel like Overdrive 2 is a little underwhelming. It doesn't sound as full, and the fullness doesn't really kick in all the way until you engage Overdrive 1 on it. They both have the same gain level. They're right around 1 o'clock on each one. The tones are in the same spot, so I'm not sure what else would be causing something like that. Maybe it's just also personal preference here, but I definitely believe the way to use this pedal for me and what I like would be to have Overdrive 1 always on, kind of find the setting you really like for it, and then use Overdrive 2 only in conjunction with Overdrive 1, and that probably is going to get me the best results and what I'm going after when I'm going for an instrument like this. So, or a tone like this rather. But overall, I think this is a really good pedal. I'm just, the only thing I'm struggling with right now is the fact that this was $371. I can't not mention that. Because we already did the test with the stock Klon that comes in here. And I don't mind spending a lot of money on gear. If I really feel like it's going to give me something or an experience like with a guitar, I don't mind spending a little more on a higher end instrument if I get something out of it that really inspires me to play, whether it's the feel or a unique kind of tone. With this, with channel 1, I think that the Helix actually gets really close. And that was going through, we went through a few different varieties of gain levels with the two of them. I thought the Jackson sounded better, but I don't know if it sounded that much better. Gain, I think that this pedal, if you were to use it in the context that I just mentioned, with overdrive 1 always on, or when you're picking things up, and then over the top for overdrive 2, and you didn't have a Helix, or you wanted to just have a little fly rig where maybe you have this, a delay pedal, and a reverb, you're really good to go with that in terms of being able to cover all your bases. But I just like to put all the information and all my opinions just straight out there up front. So we're going to switch guitars. I'm going to check the poll and see which one you guys picked. Let's see. You guys couldn't pick. It was 50-50. So we went for the Les Paul because more people typed Les Paul into the actual chat itself here. So make sure we're in tune. It's very important. And we're not. Thank you all for coming out today, though. I wasn't expecting to do this. I just thought it would be fun. And James is right. The growing pains here are real, but it'll be good in the long run. So what we're going to do here is the same thing that we just did, basically. Before I turn this microphone off, I'm going to put everything right back to Unity on the pedal itself. Okay, good. Good. And then we're going to do our same A to B test. All right, come on, you can do it. All right, now I got it set up for each other. We're going to be doing the Helix Klon emulation versus the Channel 1 with them having the same settings. And then we're going to basically just run kind of through the same things with the two channels together on the Optimist. So a little A-B back and forth between the HX Stomp and the Jackson Audio, and then just the Jackson Audio by itself. We'll see how it does with the Gibson. Okay, that was interesting. I actually preferred the HX Stomp in that test versus the clean channel of the Optimist for this guitar. Nothing I can't get around with the tone knob on the Jackson Audio, but just straight at neutral, I felt like there was a little bit more trouble coming through, or a little bit more cut from the Les Paul. With the HX Stomp, it sounded a little bit duller. So what I'm going to do is turn that tone knob up a little bit on this Optimist, and we'll run through the same exact thing one more time. Definitely, once I changed figured out the tone knob here a little bit, it helped a little bit with the Optimist on that, much more so. Especially on the neck pickup, it came in a lot clearer. And yeah, things like this are tough. Things like this are subjective, because obviously I'm finicking with one device more than I'm finicking with the other one, and I think both sound good. Again, I think both sound really good. I think the Optimist sounds a little fuller, a little more realistic, which, you know, we kind of hope for the price. But okay, so now that we've kind of done our baseline here with the Helix, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna throw in some gain, some actual gain onto the Optimist itself on both channels, and we'll wrap this up for today, because yeah, I think it'll be better to do a longer format video for the other stuff and make sure that there's not me jumping up back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I just thought it would be fun to do this for a little bit today and see how things went. So what I'm going to do to wrap this up, I'm going to switch from channel 1, independent, channel 2, independent, and then combine the two of them. We're going to mess with the sounds. That's it, just the Optimist. So let's see how it does. Okay, so wrapping this up, my final thoughts here. When you're... Mute that guy. So, I have the volume cranked probably 2 or 3 notches higher on the second OD channel. And it still feels significantly quieter and a little less full than the first channel does. I'm not sure. I really wish I had a second camera so I could show you guys this. And what I'll do is when I actually film the demo of this particular pedal, you'll have a much more concise kind of viewpoint, and you'll see what I'm seeing right now, because it's very strange to me. The fact that the volume is significantly higher on volume 2 and still the output is a bit lower. So again, I think my overall thing here is if you were going to use this out of the box, I think the best way to do it is to use it as kind of like a full drive, how you would use a full drive, where you would have the normal overdrive on and then the boost. I think that this would be better labeled as a boost instead of overdrive 2, because I feel like it excels much more in that function than that, because it doesn't necessarily line up when you're actually manipulating volume and controls as well in the 2 independent modes, just straight out of the box and ease of use if you wanted to be able to make use of them together. I suppose if you wanted, very differing sounds and to not use the 2 of them together and use them independently, you can absolutely do that as well. But for somebody like me who was looking for a pedal in a box that had basically a drive and then a more drive / overdrive / boost, the best way to do it is to just cater overdrive 2 to enhance and really put over the top overdrive 1, not to do it as in their 2 own independent channels of each other, because if you blend them, the amount of gain I was getting at that point was a lot. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to just share this with you guys. I didn't really know I was gonna get this. I had a little bit of free time. My wife is sleeping right now. That's all she does. She just sleeps all day. And yeah, I had the people outside working in the back. I figured I was gonna film a video at some point during the day, but this showed up so early. I was like, let's do a live product kind of stream here. So overall, I don't know. I still have some questions. I think it sounds great. I don't know if it's $371 great. That's just me being totally honest with you guys. Good pedal though. Just crazy how expensive these things have gotten. Just absolutely crazy. So I'm going to turn this off. I will see you guys maybe... Well, you're definitely going to see me tomorrow for a different video. It might be the Optimist. It might be something else. We'll have to see. I'm going to try and mess with this a little bit more with some other guitars and see what I can finagle out of it. Overall, again, sounds really good. The only thing I'm questioning is it just seems a little bit much with the money. But we'll have to see. So overall, great job. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.